Hello, it feels so good to be back with a new video. I recently traveled to Chicago and then got really sick afterwards, so there hasn't been a video in almost 3 weeks. Today I woke up and chose violence and wanted to share a lot of popular bags that you will not see me buying, like ever. This video is just for fun. These are my opinions and you could feel free to disagree with me because I know a lot of these bags are cult favorites, but they have just been bags that I personally have never really been into and don't see myself getting into. Make sure you're subscribed and following me on Instagram and TikTok, and let's jump into it. First up on the list is the Chanel 22. So if you haven't seen already, this is what the Chanel 22 looks like. People have very polarizing opinions about it, and I personally do not like this bag. I've tried it on multiple times every time I go in the boutique, and every single time I look in the mirror and I'm like, nope, this is not for me. And I just bluntly tell my SA that. She's well aware, and I know a lot of people love this bag or they hate this bag, and they're trying to make this the new it bag, like the new 19, and I don't know if it's sticking that well, but what are your thoughts? I'm still gonna keep it classy and, you know, not drag these bags, but this style just doesn't suit me. The next Chanel bag that you will not catch me purchasing in a boutique, probably ever again, is a Chanel Classic Flap. And you might say, Emily, you already have one. Exactly, I already have one. Let me just say, I already knew that Chanel prices were constantly gonna be increasing, but never did I think that it was almost gonna be $10,000 for a medium classic flap. That's all I'm saying. I purchased mine back in 2018, 2019 for $4,800. I doubt those prices will ever be seen in a boutique ever again, so safe to say, you will never catch me buying a brand new Chanel Classic Flap. It's just not gonna happen. I'm either going to look at the pre-love market or just the vintage route altogether. Next up, you will never catch me wearing a LV Neverfull. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love it. I have personally just never wanted one. I feel like there's so many better tote options out there, and for me, I just feel like that size of a bag with all that monogram on it is just too much, just too loud. And for me, what I've noticed is when I'm out traveling, which is when I would use that bag, or if I'm going into the office or anything, I don't really like to draw that much attention to myself, and just by wearing monogram anything will get people to turn heads. But for me personally, just I don't feel the need for that attention in the workspace, and I definitely don't want that attention when I'm traveling because I do not want to be a target for anything. So I just try to avoid this bag. If you have this bag in your collection and you love it, I love that for you. I am not bagging on anyone who has this bag. And also on that note, you'll never catch me buying an on the go either, because that's just more structured. It's just as loud with the giant monogram. It's just not for me. It doesn't suit my frame. Like the small one, maybe, but the big ones, forget it. No, absolutely not. Oof. Okay, I'm looking at this list and I'm still gonna be triggering people bag by bag, but you know what? That's the point of this video. It's just for fun, to share my thoughts, because I always share bags that I love on this channel, which is so great. But sometimes you just gotta spice things up, you know? Cause a little controversy, if you will. But you'll never catch me purchasing a Lady Dior. I know, I said it, I will not take it back because I truly mean it. Every time I look at this bag in the boutique, I've looked at the mini size and the small size. Adorable bags, super beautiful, just not for me because it's so high maintenance from what I've heard. It doesn't really resell that well either, and it's just too much work. You know, if someone gifted me the bag, amazing, I would love that, but will I go and spend my own money on it? Probably not. So I'm sorry, Lady Dior, you're gorgeous. Your price increases aren't, and just the fact that I have to baby it and be so incredibly careful, and that the fact that it doesn't really hold that much either, especially in the sizes that I would personally get, it's a no for me. I will admire it on other people. I am so 100% happy without it in my collection though. All right, this next bag I feel like would just put you guys over the top, so I'm just gonna like sandwich it within these other bags that I'm not a huge fan of, that a lot of people usually aren't a huge fan of. So, you know, I'll let you have a breather. But the next bag is the Balenciaga Hourglass in any size, any size. This bag just reminds me of vampire teeth. I don't know what it is. It's just like the sharp edges and the arch. I don't know, it's like vampire teeth to me. And you know, a lot of people can rock it. Again, no hate if you have this in your collection. I've just never been a fan of it. I don't know. Is it too edgy for me? Meh, not necessarily. I feel like I could definitely pull it off, but I just don't like the bag. That's just what it comes down to. And I don't want to purchase anything that I don't really like. And I'm not gonna purchase a bag because it's trendy, so there's that. All right, now going back to that other bag I mentioned that will probably trigger a lot of people. If you're an Hermes fan, just take a deep breath really quick with me. Just inhale, exhale. Okay, we're good. The Hermes Evelyne. I'm so sorry. There's just something about it. It just looks like a bunch of pinholes into the bag. It's really not that cute. I know people have opinions about it. They love it. If you have it in your collection, I love that for you. Again, it's just not something I would wear. It's just not. If I were offered it in the boutique, would I purchase it? Yeah, probably, because I see that my mom can wear it, but you'll never see me wearing it. And that's the end of that story. Like, any size, any color, it's just a no. It's just a no for me. Please don't hate me too much if you're an Hermes fan, but you know, not every bag is made for everyone, which is the beauty of it, right? And the very last bag on my list right now is the Balenciaga Cagole. Cagole? Help a girl out. I've literally looked at so many different videos and there's different pronunciations every time. I don't know what it is. Someone please help me out in the comments. But this bag right here, it comes in a million different colors, variations, even limited edition styles. You'll never catch me buying this bag. I know it's so trendy right now. I've seen it a million times on TikTok. Some people style it really well, but the bag itself, just looking at the bag itself, there's just too much going on for me. It's really screaming like early 2000s. Like, I would have purchased that probably at Limited 2, like way back in the day, but am I gonna spend thousands on it? No, absolutely not. But there you have it, popular bags that you will not catch me buying ever or adding to my collection ever. Let me know if you want a part 2, because there's probably more bags that would trigger you, but you know, I think this is like the majority of them. But just reiterating that just because it's trendy doesn't mean you need it or you should spend your money on it. But honestly, if I was gifted any of those Balenciaga bags, I would just give it right back to the person and be like, no, get your money back. I will not use this. But love you lots, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!